Hey guys, my name is Kai. We are Watchout, and this is the final video for our capstone project. So I'll run through the table of contents real quick. We'll have an introduction, a demo, our text use, and a conclusion. So what is Watchout? Watchout is basically just a mobile app that connects sports fans with local bars airing their favorite games, so they'll never miss a match. So let's meet the team here real quick.
Hi everyone, I'm Leonardo, and for this project, Watchout, I work as a full stack software engineer. So I help building the UI using React Native. I also help building the main server using Go, and also implemented a real-time TV scheduling. And last but not least, I also created a full functional and maintainable CI/CD pipeline for the project.
Hello, I'm Austin Schroeder. I worked as a full stack software engineer for Watchout. I'm a web developer who typically specializes in React and React based libraries and frameworks like Next.js and whatnot. And on this project, I pretty much just worked on the back end as well as some front end, just to get familiar with Go and React Native since I've never really worked with those languages before. But yeah, that's about it for me.
Called I worked on the front end. I created the search page as well as the map page, which includes geofencing and notifications for users that have liked games.
So I'm Kai. I was the guy who did the introduction earlier. So I'm basically just a front-end developer for the team, specializing in React Native and TypeScript. And my main responsibilities are just anything that has to do with the UI and UX of the app. I'm there, baby. So think about this for a second. Have you ever missed a crucial game because you couldn't find a bar that was playing it? So that's where Watchout comes in. Whether you're traveling, new to town, or just looking for a game day vibe with fellow fans, Watchout helps you find the perfect spot to catch your game of choice. Here's Tim. After a long day of work, all Tim wants to do is just relax at the bar, probably sipping a beer while watching his favorite team, the Golden State Warriors. But there's a small problem. He has no idea which bars are playing the game, and he does not want to call them one by one and check if that game is playing or not. So this is how Watchout will help sports fans, no matter how passionate they are, find bars that are streaming the games that they care about, making it easy to enjoy the action in a fun and social setting. So here's a short summary of the key functionalities of Watchout. You'll be able to search by team name, the sport they're playing, or a specific game where like what team is versus what team. There is also a map view of local bars where you will be able to see what games are happening in those bars in real time. Users will be also able to favorite teams, so it'll be easier to look at what the teams they favorited, what games they're playing in the near future, so on and so forth. Bar owners can also look at the feedback tab, and and this feedback is made by users, and they can look at what feedback is upvoted the most and create events for those games accordingly.
So going into the demo, we'll first create a new user. So I already filled in all the fields here, so we'll just click create account to create a demo user. And you'll see that we're now logged in as our demo user. And since this is a fresh account, they won't have anything liked here. So if you go over to the search page, you'll see right now we have no events, but let's say you're a fan of the Green Pig, you can click like on them. And let's say we're a Crows fan and some games that we're interested in, we'll just like a couple games here. And we go back to the home page, you'll see they're now populated in there. And with games, let's say if you have this game liked, you go over to the map, you'll see the Green Pig Pub is live. And let's say they're actually live with the Cincinnati game that you have liked. So if you go over and you actually walk past the bar, you'll get a notification saying like, hey, you just passed by the Green Pig and they're playing a game that you're interested in. So it'll try to get you to go in there and watch the game there. If we go to the search page here, you'll see the Green Pig Pub says live. So if we click them, you'll see they have no events currently. But if we go over to transmissions, you'll see that it'll show all the channels that they're currently playing at their bar. So you get an idea of what's going to come up, and then that'll give you the notifications for when you walk past the bar. So now that we're done with that, we'll go over to a bar owner. So we're now logged in as the Green Pig Pub, and you'll see they have their transmission here. So let's create a new event. Let's say it's going to be happy hour for the Colorado game. So we now have that event started. So let's say we're going to be playing ESPN for the rest of the day. There we go. Over here on the feedback page, we can see that all of these games were liked by normal users. So we can see that this game has 2 likes on it. So if we wanted to, as a bar owner, we could create a game, an event for the Seattle Mariners game to kind of try to draw in people. So we'll create an event for that one too. Say it's for the Reds fans. So now we have 2 events, and we'll go over to So we're now logged in as our demo user again. And if we go over here, you'll see that we now have these events and we can like them. And again, if we walk past anything, we'll get notifications saying that we have some events liked or for these games.
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the technology we used. So front-end wise, we use React Native, Cloudinary for hosting all of their images that our app uses, and we have AppRive for authentication. Moving to the backend, we have our main server ready to go with a Postgres database, both containerized and deploying to Amazon EC2 instances. We have Jenkins for testing and auto building our application every time we make a change in the backend, and Nginx reverse proxy for request forwarding and HTTPS requests. We also use 3 main external APIs. So the SERP API is to translate address into coordinates, TV Media API, which is for pulling out the games, the real-time games, and ESPN API for the team icons. So here, as you guys can see, we have a overview of our tech stack and all the architecture. And I want to talk a little bit about the development process. So we used a Scrum development process. So we had weekly meetings for planning, and we also had code reviews and pair coding. And for when it comes to testing, we only have tests for the backend. So me and Austin both are in the backend. We wrote multiple unit and integration tests, and all the code when it comes to the backend, the merging process all depends on passing the pipelines. When it comes to user feedback, we had 2 main things that changed our development. First of all, user verification process. So how can we know how a user, how a bar is actually playing that specific game? So now we use geofencing, which pops up a push notification whenever a user is close to a bar, and the user can verify if the bar is actually playing that game or not. And also we have due to a lot of suggestions, we also have interactive map, so the users can walk around and see what bars are playing at the time.
Anyway, guys, that's it for our little presentation here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to contact us, you can email us at our email down below, or you can visit our site to learn more about our project we have here. Thank you for watching.